clearing out the corruption in your terms, would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah.
In some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Would you eliminate any of the agencies?
To eliminate the agencies, as long as it requires congressional approval, I wouldn't be doing that. And I can get the corruption out of the agencies. This is what I've been doing for 40 years.
It's an amazing ending. I wouldn't do that if it requires a congressional approval. Also, I don't know if it does because I have no experience in any of this. Isn't it nice that I'll be in charge regardless? But I guess if I don't need to go through them, yeah, then sure, I'll shut all this stuff down. And you also have in that one clip really a demonstration of one of the most frustrating things about RFK Jr. He's like, why do we have Fruit Loops with 18 ingredients and off in Finland they have 3? And a lot of people, including me, would be like, yeah, I would prefer if we had food standards like that. But he's talking not about increasing the standards the way that the EU has on all of these things. He's talking about just firing all of the experts. Okay, giving power over to the people who make Fruit Loops does not result in better Fruit Loops. It results in higher profits for Fruit Loops. That's all it does. And unfortunately, this guy is Fruit Loops, and he's gonna be in charge of HHS and CDC and a whole bunch of other alphabet soup agencies that he doesn't even know exist, but thinks he should be in charge of. Sabrina, what do you think? Do you think he'll get into power, or would he have trouble, being getting through the Senate?
I think it's possible. I think that he's going to see some power. I just don't get why. This is the literal brainworm guy. Why the brainworm guy?
Did he get it from Fruit Loops?
God, probably got it from the Fruit Loops. I don't know. He's clearly not qualified at all, and I think it's just kind of going to be a fumbling mess. So at the very least, maybe he'll be so incapable that he won't get anything done. Maybe
I don't know. Look, maybe he'll just he'll be going from department to department, finding people to subject to his dick pics that he sends them and everything. Because again, super weird that all the scandals he faced over the past year, everybody's just forgotten about all that bizarre activity and all the stuff that he did. But anyway, look, again, they're just going to deregulate. That's all. They're going to allow these corporations to do more, and that means pumping things full of sugar and pumping them full of chemicals because it's cheaper to do that. Like the idea that Trump is putting him in charge so that he can bring our regulatory standards to the level of the EU, that's not what's going to happen, okay? When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?